Hello and welcome to Trickets. So, in the previous lecture on trigonometry, we have discussed about the different trigonometric ratios and the Pythagoras theorem. So, let's continue our introduction to trigonometry chapter of class 10. So, let's start. So, till now we have seen the different trigonometric ratios. So, now we will see trigonometric ratios of some specific angles, like from angle 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degrees. We will find the sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec and cot of these angles. So this is the table that this is the basic table that we must remember for solving the questions, and it is very easy to remember. Like, first we will write angles in degrees from starting from 0 degree, then 30, 45, 60 and 90 degrees. So sine of 0 means 0 degree. If we see in a triangle, right angle triangle, if our acute angle is 0 degree, then our opposite will be 0, because at 0 our hypotenuse will become over base only. So the opposite will be 0, so sine 0 will be 0. So in this way we have to calculate, like in your book they have calculated the angles, but I am providing the tables for the trigonometric ratios of these specific angles. So let's remember, in case of sine, from start at 0 degree we will write 0 and 90 degree it is maximum 1. So sine की values जो हैं that will be between 0 and 1, starting from angle 0 degree, and at 90 degree it will be maximum 1. So now the values will get increased from 0 degree if we move towards 90 degree. So at 30 degree sine 30 is 1 by 2, 45 degree it is 1 by root 2, at sine 60 degree it is root 3 by 2, and at 90 it is 1. So we must remember the values of these angles. In cos of these angles, it is just the inverse, like we can say, if sine 0 is, like, we will write the angles of sine in the reverse order. Like for 0 degree we will write 1, for 30 degree we will write 3 by 2, 45 degree 1 by root 2 for 30 degree, then for 60 degree sine 30 that is 1 by 2, and from 90 degree it will be 0. So we can see that the cos and sine both are in reverse order. Like if sine 0 is 0, then sine cos 0 is 1. Similarly, tan, as we know, tan theta is sin theta upon cos theta. So we will divide sine by cos, then 0 by 1 will be 0, 1 by root 2 by root 3 by 2, it will become 1 by root 3, 1 by root 2 by 1 by root 2 is 1, root 3 by 2 upon 1 by 2 it will root 3, 1 upon 0 that is infinite, which is not defined. So similarly for cosec theta as we know is 1 upon sin theta. So 1 upon 0 will be not defined, but 1 upon 1 by 2 it will become 2. Similarly 1 by root 2 will become root 2, root 3 2 by root 3, and 1 upon 1 will be same as 1. Similarly for sec theta, if you see, then sec will be inverse 1 upon cos of theta. So 1 will remain same as 1. Root 3 by 2 will become 2 by root 3. 1 by root 2 will become root 2. 1 by 2 will become 2. And 0 1 upon 0 is become not defined, that is infinite. So similarly cot of theta will be 1 upon tan of theta. So similarly we can calculate the ratio. So we only have to remember the angles of sine, that is 0 degree we can easily, 0 and 90 degree we can easily remember, that is 0 and 1. And for 30 degree, 45 degree and 60 degree we have to remember. So you try to remember this table, and let's move further. So the example 6 of your book, it is given that in triangle ABC, right angle at B, AB is 5 centimeter and angle ACB is 30 degree. So determine the lengths of the side BC and AC. So I took an triangle ABC in which angle B is 90 degree, and it is given AB is 5 centimeter and angle ACB means angle C is 30 degree. So he is asked to calculate lengths of side BC and AC. So as we know that tan theta is opposite upon base. So for angle C, opposite will become AB, and base will be BC. So we can write tan theta is equals to AB by BC, and angle theta is 30 degree. So tan 30 will be AB is 5 upon BC. So BC will be 5 upon tan 30, and the value of tan 30 from the table, it is 1 by root 3. So if we put tan 30 1 by root 3, then our BC will become 5 by root 3. 5 into root 3 centimeter. Since 1 by root 3 will be in denominator and root 3 will go to numerator, so we will get BC as 5 into root 3 centimeters. Similarly, we know sin theta is opposite upon hypotenuse. So if in this opposite is AB and hypotenuse is AC, so AC will be AB upon sin theta. So AB is 5 upon theta is 30 degree. So 5 upon sin 30. Sin 30 we know it is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2, 2 will go upside, and 5 into 2 we will get 10 centimeter. Or we can calculate AC using Pythagoras theorem also, because in Pythagoras theorem AC square is AB square plus BC square. AB is 5 and BC we have calculated, it is 5 root 3. So AB square plus BC square ka square root will be 25 plus 75 square root, it will be 10 centimeter. So in this way also we can calculate AC. Let's see next example. In triangle PQR, right angled at Q, PQ is 3 cm and PR is 6 cm. Determine the angle QPR and angle PRQ. So in this triangle PQR, angle Q is at 90 degree and PQ is given 3 cm, PR is 6 cm. So we have to calculate angle P and angle R. Let's see. Let's take example. Let's take that angle R is theta 1 and angle P is theta 2. So for theta 1, sine of theta 1 will become PQ by PR. So PQ is given 3 cm and PR is 6 cm. So 3 by 6, that is 1 by 2. So if we see from the table, then which value of theta, sine theta is 1 by 2. And if we will see, then it is theta is equals to 30 degree. So our angle PRQ will be 30 degree. Similarly, if we for angle theta 2, cos of theta 2 will become base by hypotenuse, that is PQ by PR. So that also will be 1 by 2. So if we see from the table, then cos 60 degree is 1 by 2. So theta 2 will be over 60 degree. Or if we have calculated theta 1, then alternatively we can calculate theta 2 using this relationship also. As we all know that in a triangle all the internal angle sum is 180 degree. So theta 1 plus theta 2 plus 90 will be 180. So theta 2 will be 180 minus 90 plus theta 1. So theta 1 we have calculated, it is 30 degree. So the theta 2 will be 60 degree. Or we can directly say, if theta 1 is 60 degree, then theta 2 will be, theta 1 is 30 degree, then theta 2 will be 60 degree. So let's see next example. In this example, it is given if sine of angle A minus B is equals to 1 by 2 and cos of angle A plus B is 1 by 2, and the sum of angle A plus B is between 0 degree and 90 degree, and angle A is greater than angle B, then find out angle A and angle B. So it is given sine of A minus B is 1 by 2 and cos of A plus B is 1 by 2. And from the table, if we see, then sine 30 degree is 1 by 2 and cos 60 degree is 1 by 2. So from equation 1 and 2 we can write sine of A minus B is equals to sine 30 degree and cos of A plus B is equals to cos 60 degree. So if we compare on both the sides, then A minus B will be 30 degree and A plus B will be 60 degree. So if we solve the equation 3 and 4, then we will get A as 45 degree and angle B as 15 degree. So both the angles are, and the sum of both the angles is less than 90 degree, and angle A is greater than B. So let's see. So the examples related to the trigonometric ratios of specific angles, we have seen all the examples given in your book. So let's see some of the questions given in exercise 8.2. So in question number 1, it is asked evaluate the followings. So first is sin 60 degree into cos 30 degree plus sin 30 degree in into cos 60 degree. So from the table if we see, then sin 60 is root 3 by 2 and cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Similarly sin 30 is 1 by 2 and cos 60 is 1 by 2. If we multiply root 3 by 2 into root 3 by 2, we will get 3 by 4 plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 will be 1 by 4. 4 will be LCM and we will get 4 by 4, that is 1. So 1 will be your answer. In the second part it is asked 2 tan square 45 plus cos square 30 degree minus sin square 60 degree. From the table if we see, then tan 45 is 1, cos 30 is root 3 by 2 and sin 60 is root 3 by 2. So the root 3 by 2 square minus root 3 by 2 square, that will be 0. So we will get 2 as our answer. In the third part it is asked cos 45 degree upon sec 30 degree plus cosec 30. So from the table if we put all the values, then we will get answer as root 3 upon 2 root 2 into 1 plus root 3. The rest of the parts you can easily solve using your table. So let's move on to question number 2. In this question it is asked choose the correct option and justify your answer. In the first part it is asked 2 tan 30 degree upon 1 plus tan square 30 degree. If we put all the values, then we will get root 3 by 2. Since tan 30 is 1 by root 3, so 2 into 1 by root 3 upon 1 plus 1 by root 3 whole square. So 2 by root 3 upon 1 by root 3 whole square will be 1 by 3. 1 plus 1 by 3 will be 4 by 3. So we will get root 3 by 2. So from table if we see, then sin 60 is root 3 by 2. But cos, if we see, then cos 30 degree is also root 3 by 2. So we have to choose whether to take sin 60 degree or cos 30 degree. So for that there is justification is provided. Since we know that tan theta is sin theta upon cos theta. So if we put this tan formula in the above equation, then we will get 2 into sin 30 upon cos 30 plus 1 upon 1 plus sin square upon cos square 30. So we can write it as 2 into sin 30 upon cos 30 into cos square theta will take LCM in the denominator, and this cos square theta will go upside, and in the below it will be sin square 30 plus cos square 30. Since we know sin square theta plus cos square theta is always 1, and 1 cos theta will get cancelled out with numerator cos square theta. So in the numerator we will get 2 sin 30 into cos 30 upon 1. So that will be equals to sin 60, since 2 sin theta cos theta is sin 2 theta. So that is the explanation for this problem. Let's see second part. In this it is asked 1 minus tan square 45 degree upon 1 plus tan square 45. From the table we know tan 45 is 1. So 1 minus 1 square upon 1 plus 1 square, 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus 1, 1 will get cancelled out, and we will get 0 in the numerator and 2 in denominator. So that will be equals to 0, which is given in option D. Rest of the part of question 2 you can easily solve by using table. So now let's see question number 3. In this question it is given if tan a plus b is root 3 and tan a minus b is 1 by root 3, and sum of angle a plus b is between 0 degree and 90 degree, and angle a is greater than angle b, then find a and b. So as you can see, this question is same as the example that we solved of sine and cos. So as we know tan 60 degree is root 3 and tan 30 degree is 1 by root 3. So if we compare the equation, like for tan a plus b is equals to root 3, that will be equals to tan 60, and tan of a minus b will be equals to tan 30. So from this a plus b will be 60 and a minus b will be 30. And if we solve both the equation, then we will get angle a is 45 degree and angle b is 15 degree. So up till now we have seen the trigonometric ratios of different specific angles and the questions related to this. So now let's move on to further. So for after exercise 8.2 we will see the trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. So as we know that two angles are said to be complementary if their sum equals to 90 degree. And if we see in a right angle triangle, then one angle is 90 degree. So the remaining two angles sum will be equals to 90 degree. Suppose there is a triangle ABC and angle B is, and it is right angled at B. So the angle A and angle C so will remain, and sum of angle A and angle C will be 90 degrees. So both these two angles will be complementary angles. So the rest angles are complementary. So the formulas related to these complementary angles is, if we take sine 90 minus A, then we will get cos of A. And similarly for cos 90 minus A, we will get sine of A. Similarly for tan 90 minus A, we will get cot of A. For cosec 90 minus A, we will get sec A. Sec 90 minus A, we will get cosec A. And cot 90 minus A, we will get tan of A. So these are the 6 formulas that you must be remember to solve the questions given in the exercise 8.3. So let's see some of the examples based on this. So in example, it is asked that evaluate tan 65 upon cot 25 degree. So from the above, from the formulas that we discussed, if we see, then cot 90 minus A is tan of A. So we can write cot 25 as tan 90 minus 65 degree. So tan 90 minus 65, we see tan 90 minus A is cot A. So tan 90 minus 65 will be cot 25. So we can write it as tan 90 degree minus 65 degree. So that is equals to tan of 65 degree. Sorry, there won't be a tan, it will be cot 90 minus 65. Since cot 90 minus 65, if we subtract 65 from 90, then we will get 25. So cot 90 minus 65, it will be cot 25. Or if we see, then cot 90 minus theta, we will get tan theta. So cot 90 minus 65 will be tan of 65. So we can replace cot 25 with tan 65. So tan 65 upon tan 65, it will be 1. Let's see next example. If sine 3a is cos a minus 26 degree, where 3a is an acute angle, find the value of angle A. It is given sine 3a is cos of a angle A minus 26 degree. As we know, sine theta is cos 90 minus theta. In the previous formulas, we see cos 90 minus A is sine of A. So cos of 90 minus theta will be sine theta. So we can write sine 3A as cos 90 minus 3A. So if we compare sine 3, now we will put cos of 90 minus 3A in place of sine 3A. So cos 90 minus 3A will be equals to cos of A minus 26 degree. And now if we compare both the terms, then 90 minus 3A will be A minus 26. So if we calculate from this equation, then we will get A as 29 degree. That will be your answer. So let's move on to further. In this, it is asked express cot 85 degree plus cos 75 degree in terms of trigonometric ratios of angle between 0 degree and 45 degree. So since we know cot 90 minus theta is tan theta, so cot 90 minus 5 degree, cot 90 minus 5, if we separate 90 minus 5, then we will get cot 85. Or cos, as we know, cot 90 minus theta is tan theta, so cot 90 minus 5 will be tan of 5 degree. Similarly for cos 90 minus theta, it is equals to sin theta, so cot 90 minus 15 will be sin 15 degree. So we can write cot in place of cot 85 and cos 75 tan 5 degree and sin 15 degree respectively. So that will be our answer. So if we sum of the questions from the exercise 8.3, I think question 1, 2 and 3 are based on the examples that we have discussed, based on the complementary ratios, complementary angles. So now let's see question number 4. in this question it is given if angle tan of A is equals to cot B, then prove that A plus B is equals to 90 degree. So solution, it is given tan of A is cot of B, and as we know cot 90 minus A is tan of A. So we can write tan A as cot 90 minus A. So now if we compare on both the sides, then 90 minus A will be equals to B. So A plus B will be 90 degree. So that this is A plus B is equals to 90 degree, that we have to prove. So in the next question, it is if angle AB and C are interior angles of a triangle ABC, then show that sine AB plus C by 2 is equals to cos of A by 2. So as we know, in a triangle, the sum of all the interior angles is 180 degree. So from this we can write A plus angle B plus angle C is 180 degree. So B plus C will be 180 degree minus A, and if we take LHS, that is sin B plus C by 2, then in place of B plus C we can write 180 minus A. So then sin 180 minus A upon 2. So if we take it separate, then 180 by 2 will be 90 degree minus A by 2. So sine of 90 minus A by 2. Since we know sin 90 minus theta is cos theta, so in place of sin 90 minus A by 2 we can write cos of A by 2. So that is equals to our RHS. So this is the proof of the sin B plus C by 2 is equals to cos of A by 2. So this was the so this was up to our exercise 8.3. So now we will see the last exercise of this chapter, that is 8.4. So in this exercise there are some formulas that we have to see. So let's start. In this we have to see trigonometric identities. So as we all know, an equation is called an identity when it is true for all values of the variables involved. Similarly, there is an equation, then there is some given like sin square, like we discussed sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. We have already discussed this. So if we put any value of theta, then this equation will be valid for all the values of angle theta. So this equation is called an, so this sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1 is called an equation. So similarly, an equation involving trigonometric ratios of an angle is called a trigonometric identity. So if like we can take an quadratic equation like x square minus 3x plus 2 is equals to 0. So if we put value of 1, then it will be a 0, then that is a quadratic equation. So if this equation contains trigonometric ratios, then it is called an trigonometric identity. So if it is true for all values of angles involved. So let's see. Suppose there is a triangle, right angle triangle ABC, right angled at B. So from this triangle ABC we can write over hypotenuse AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. So now if we divide over equation number 1 with AC square on both the sides, then we will get AB by AC whole square plus BC by AC whole square is equals to AC by AC whole square. AC and AC will get cancel out. So in the RHS we will get 1 square, that is 1. And from the triangle if we see, then AB by side AB by AC is over cos of A, and BC by AC is sine of A. So if we put these in the above equation, then we will get AB by AC as cos A square plus BC by AC as sine A square. So we will get sine square A plus cos square A is equals to 1. This is the first trigonometric identity. So the above equation is true for all values of A in if A is in between 0 degrees and 90 degree. Now if we divide equation 1 by AB square, then what we will get? So AB square upon AB square plus BC by AB square plus AC square upon AB square. So AB by AB will be 1. So 1 plus, from the above triangle if we see, BC is over opposite and AB is over base. So opposite upon base is tan of angle A. So BC by AB is tan A का whole square, and we saw that AB by AC is over cos of A. So AC by AB will be 1 upon cos A, that is sec of A. So AC by AB we can write sec of A whole square. So 1 plus tan square A is equals to sec square A. That is our second identity. So let's see the last and the third and the last. If we divide equation 1 by BC square, then we will get AB by BC whole square plus BC by BC whole square is equals to AC by BC square. And from the above triangle, if we will see, then it will be 1 plus cot A whole square is equals to cosec A whole square. So 1 plus cot square A is equals to cosec square A. So these are the three identities that we must remember. First one is sin square A plus cos square A is equals to 1, and second is 1 plus tan square A is equals to sec square A, and third and last is 1 plus cot square A is equals to cosec square A. So now let's see some of the example based on these trigonometric identities. So in this example it is asked, express the ratios cos A, tan A and sec A in terms of sin A. So as we know, sin square A plus cos square A is equals to 1. So from this we can write cos square A is equals to 1 minus sin square A. So cos A will be square root of 1 minus sin square A. So in this way we can represent cos A in terms of sin A. Similarly, it is asked tan A. For tan A we can write sin A upon cos A. Cos A we already know it is square root of 1 minus sin square A. So sin A upon square root of 1 minus sin square A. For sec A we know is 1 upon cos of A. So we can write 1 upon square root of 1 minus sin square A. So in this way we can represent any angle in terms of like in like we can write the ratios in terms of other ratios. Let's see example number 13. Prove that sec of A into 1 minus sin A into sec A plus tan A is 1. So let's take our LHS, that is sec A into 1 minus sin A into sec A plus tan A. Sec A we can write as 1 upon cos A, so it will be 1 minus sin A upon cos A, and sec A we will write 1 upon cos A, and tan A we know sin A upon cos A. So 1 minus sin A upon cos A into, if we take cos A as our LCM, then it will be 1 plus sin A upon cos A. So now it is in the numerator we get 1 minus sin A into 1 plus sin A. So, and we know that A minus B into A plus B is A square minus B square. So 1 minus sin A into 1 plus sin A will be 1 minus sin square A upon cos A into cos A we will get cos square A. And from the identities sin square A plus cos square A is equals to 1, we can write cos sin 1 minus sin square A as cos square A. So cos square A upon cos square A, both will get cancel out and we will get 1. So that is equals to our RHS. Let's see next example. In this, prove that cot A minus cos A upon cot A plus cos A is equals to cosec A minus 1 upon cosec A plus 1. So let's take our LHS. It is cot A minus cos A upon cot A plus cos A. Cot we can write cos A upon sin A minus cos A. Cot A we can write cos A upon sin A plus cos A. If we take cos A as common from the numerator and denominator, then we will get, in the numerator we will get 1 upon sin A minus 1, and in the denominator we will get 1 upon sin A plus 1. Cos A and cos A will cancel out, and in the numerator we will get 1 upon sin A minus 1 upon 1 upon sin A plus 1. And as we know, 1 upon sin A is cosec A, so we can write cosec A minus 1 upon cosec A plus 1. So it is over RHS. Let's see next example. In this example it is asked, prove that sin theta minus cos theta plus 1 upon sin theta plus cos theta minus 1 is equals to 1 upon sec theta minus tan theta using the identity sec square theta is equals to 1 plus tan square theta. So using this identity sec square theta is equals to 1 plus tan square theta, we have to prove the above relationship. So we will take LHS, or LHS is sin theta minus cos theta plus 1 upon sin theta plus cos theta minus 1. So now if we will divide numerator and denominator by cos theta, then we will get sin theta upon cos theta, which is tan theta, minus cos upon cos will be 1, plus 1 upon cos theta will be sec theta. Similarly, in denominator we will get sin upon cos as tan theta plus 1 minus 1 upon cos as sec theta. So we can also write it as, if we take tan and sec as, so we can write it as tan theta plus sec theta minus 1 upon tan theta minus sec theta plus 1, like we have rearranged this above equation. So now if we multiply and divide the above equation by tan theta minus sec theta, so in the numerator if we multiply by tan theta minus sec theta, then we will get tan theta minus sec theta into tan theta plus sec theta. So a minus b into a plus b format we have got. So a square minus, we will get a square minus b square. So a is over tan theta and b is sec theta. So we will get tan square theta minus sec square theta minus 1 into tan theta minus sec theta. In the denominator we will get, we just writing tan theta minus sec theta plus 1 into tan theta minus sec theta. So from the above and identity, if we see tan square theta minus sec square theta, then it is minus of 1. So in the place of tan square theta minus sec square theta, we can write minus 1. And if we expand the tan theta minus sec theta, then we will get minus, will get multiply to tan theta, and minus into minus will be plus sec theta upon, if we take minus 1 as common, then we will get minus, if we take minus common, then it will be sec theta minus tan theta minus 1 into tan theta minus sec theta. So if we see, then from numerator term sec theta minus tan theta minus 1 is common to denominator term, so these two term will get cancel out, and we will get minus 1 upon tan theta minus sec theta. So from the denominator, if we will take minus 1 as common, then minus minus will become plus. So we will get 1 upon sec theta minus tan theta, and it is equals to over RHS. So I think I have covered all the questions, all the different type of questions related to trigonometry. So you try to solve the exercise 8.4 by your own, and I think you will be able to solve all the questions. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment section, and I will be of course providing you the solution of that question if you will have a doubt. So that's all for this chapter, and similarly I will be uploading the lectures on the other chapters also. So subscribe the channel so that you will get notified whenever I will be uploading the next chapter, next lecture. So